Some say that EVs just can't quite provide that true driving experience. Lack of engine sound, having to worry about charging, some people find EVs to be quite boring. And to them I say, have you met the Hyundai IONIQ 5N? Yes, Hyundai have released an end performance version of the already very successful IONIQ 5, taking an everyday EV to something which could compete rather well at Brands Hatch. And if you like what you see across the Hyundai range, then check out our latest stock and offers over at Ancaster Hyundai. Now for me, the Hyundai IONIQ 5 has always felt a bit of a show-off, a bit of a statement piece, not just in the Hyundai lineup, but across the motoring world. Because of its looks that's so futuristic, so unique, it really stands out amongst a whole range of cars. And now this end performance version, it looks even bolder. You have this accentuated front bumper, them sporting accents across, which also help the performance and aerodynamics of this car. The end performance branding everywhere with them red accents. It's just a bold piece. You know, if you stuck one of these in the car collection from the rich and famous, then it really wouldn't look out of place, let me tell you. It's striking in its look, it's striking in its performance, it has that grit, and ultimately, it's an EV unlike any other. Because this car isn't just another EV, it isn't just a high-performing EV that you can have fun in. It's almost an intent, and almost a clear sign of where the motoring world is going. We're looking towards an all-electrification future, so to have a car that performs so well and always track-like driving experience shows where the supercar industry is heading towards. And to have this on an SUV as well, which can easily double up as your everyday car, it's really good work for Hyundai. Now, looking more at design, you have these bold 21-inch alloy wheels with them end branding, them red brake calipers, the red and black accents signifying the end performance branding, all these striking edge and cuts in the door design, the whole shape of the car, and also things like these air vents to make the car more aerodynamic, to help out that performance. It almost feels an EV like no other. Imagine going to work in one of these. It would turn heads, let me tell you. Coming to the back, and well, design just keeps on giving. You have them red accents to signify the end performance branding. You have this accentuated rear bumper. Now, in terms of boot capacity, it's rather impressive. It's pretty much the same that you'd get on the original IONIQ 5. You do get that automatic tailgate because this only has one spec. This is the end performance. You only actually get one spec. So essentially, this is a top spec. You're going to get every luxury feature, including that power tailgate. But boot space is rather impressive. Before I said that the IONIQ 5N is unlike any other EV, and it is in a way with the performance, the look, you know, especially with these racing bucket seats. You don't really get this in many electric cars on the market. But in a way, it kind of is like many other EVs, except this is the top shelf. Because this is obviously the top spec, you don't get any higher than this in terms of IONIQ 5. You get all the features you have with any everyday car and more, because you get all them luxury features, including 360 parking cameras, wireless charging pad, and also plenty of storage in the center console. 2 cup holders, decent amount of storage in the center here. You also have plenty of safety features like traffic sign recognition, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. So if you do have this in your everyday car, then you're still going to be rather safe and it's still rather user friendly. Now, when you first get in the car, that true racing theme throughout this car is really shown when it comes to the steering wheel, because there's so many paddles, buttons that you don't get on an everyday car. You have these 2 little paddles here which are regenerative braking, essentially mean you can have it weaker or stronger, means that if you ease off the accelerator, the car will slow down, helping to make more out of that electric battery. You also have your drive mode selector, pretty straightforward. You've got eco, normal and sport, but you also have a red button which says NGB. Now essentially what that is, it gives you a 10-second boost. If you're into your cars and you used to watch, you know, the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, then it is kind of like a nitrous boost that you get for 10 seconds. And let me tell you, it kicks back all right. But that racing theme also carries on, because in your 12.3-inch infotainment screen, which sweeps across to your digital dash, you can actually customize this car's performance. You can customize the torque distribution, you can have a lap timer on, and it said it's got different drive modes, but what you can also do is you can customize the drive mode for the suspension, for the steering, you know, whether you want tougher or lighter steering or suspension, vice versa. It all doesn't have to be one preset thing. And many people might be put off an EV because it doesn't have that engine sound, especially when you get a high performing vehicle. You might miss that. Well, in the Ioniq 5N, you can actually select engine sounds. Obviously, you know, it's false, it comes through speakers, but there's 3 options: ignition, which kind of just like an everyday car; evolution, which is a bit more futuristic; and they also have supersonic, which they describe inspired by the propulsion power of a supersonic fighter jet. Imagine you're cruising down a dual carriageway, or you're just joining, and your car sounds like a fighter jet. Yes, it might be false, yes, it might not be the real deal, but it's as close as you can with the way the car world's going, with the push towards electrification. This is as close you're going to get in the future to having a supercar. This is the future of the motoring world at your fingertips. But back to the Ioniq 5N just being an everyday car, and it has all that you need. It's got your climate control completely separate. It has heated seats and heated steering wheel, and also heated rear seats, so your rear passengers can be very comfy. And let me tell you, there's plenty of space back there. You're right, there certainly is plenty of space in the back of this car. The amount of legroom, there is no central thing, so even your middle passenger is still going to have plenty of legroom. 2 USB-C ports, 2 air vents, a fold-down tray table with 2 cup holders, and as mentioned, them rear heated seats. You also have a sunshade, even though you've still got the privacy glass, which just makes it rather comfortable whether you're in winter, whether you're in summer. You're going to be nice and cool, or you're going to be nice and warm. It's a very pleasant place to be. Now, this is the Ioniq 5N, which kind of feels like a brand new car, but essentially it's just an adaptation of the existing Hyundai IONIQ 5, which won so many awards. It's a very good EV, a very good family SUV, so you kind of expect plenty of space in the back. You have ISOFIX points, so if you do have young kids, then they will still be secure. However, I will say, maybe not the car to have young kids, because you're going to want to test out the capabilities of this car. The performance is something else. This is not just a zooped up EV that's quick off the line. It has full racing prowess and heritage built into a rather respectable SUV. Top speed of 161 miles per hour, 0 to 60, 3.4 seconds, with help from the N-Green boost, whilst also propelling you to experience 770 Newton meters of torque. It sure is one powerful machine. And it's not just fast and furious, because Hyundai have true racing expertise and have installed motorsport inspired all-wheel drive cornering capability, along with World Rally Championship inspired drive axles at the front and the back to endure stronger torque. So it might be powerful, but you don't need to be no Lando Norris to control this car. It's practical for an everyday driver, and so is the electric range, with up to 278 miles being outputted by the onboard 84 kWh battery, with up to 240 kW rapid charging, meaning there's the potential to get from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes, lightning on the roads and in the charging bays. So then, there you have it, the Hyundai IONIQ 5N, a car which takes an already award-winning car to another level. Yes, this kind of is the same car as the IONIQ 5 in terms of its driver safety features, in terms of its space, in terms of its tech, and in terms of its practicality for a family SUV. But this takes it to another level. The driving capabilities of this car, unlike any other EV, really signify what's to come in the future. The fact that this car can do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, a car of this size, even normal combustion engines can't get close to that for cars of this size. And if you like what you see, you maybe fancy giving this a try, or you want to find out more about the rest of the Hyundai range, then check out Ancaster Hyundai.